Hey everyone, good morning and good day to everyone out there. Sorry this has been a little delayed, I've been very busy and sick lately, but I finally recovered and I finally have free time to do this. Try to bear with me for my webcam is being weird lately and I don't know if it'll go yellow or green at whenever time, so just bear with me. And I'm not a YouTube editor, or I'm not a cool YouTube guy who's going to edit this video and make it funnier anyway. I'm just a geek ranting on Facebook. Okay, getting to the point. For anyone out there who is looking forward to any of the Marvel movies coming out, or is not a big Marvel fan or of the movies, who do not know much about Ant-Man, this is for you. I need to bring up something too that has been bothering me too. In case you didn't know, I am a hardcore comic book fan, geek. And even though the movies have been pretty good, despite how inaccurate they are, the Avengers and Iron Man 3 and all of them, one thing that's been annoying me is that not only are they now just bringing Ant-Man, but a lot of people are hating on him who have never even heard of the guy or even gave him a chance at all, through the shows, comics, or whatever. Saying how lame his name is. It's an ant. What can he do? Oh, he's so stupid. I never even heard of him. Now, if the movie ended up sucking, I'd understand. But the movie hasn't even come out yet, or a trailer. A few pictures. And they just recently came up with it. And they actually just recently finished writing the script for it, Marvel has. I have faith in this, like I have in the other stories for these movies. And in the comics, he's one of my favorites. So in this video, I just want to say the good things about him and why should I, some of the bad, and just why should I at least either give him a chance or just stop bashing on him. Like seriously, he's awesome. Number one, in the comics, he's a founding member of the Avengers, unlike Captain America, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. He was actually one of the original 5, who unfortunately wasn't in the movie. That actually really bothered me. That bothered the crap out of me. Number 2, he is one of the 9 smartest people in the Marvel universe. Not exactly in order, but that's alongside Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, Black Bolt, and a few other people. He's brilliant in so many fields of science, it's not even funny. Biochemistry, subatomic physics, robotics, cybernetics, programming, emergency medicine, optics, and entomology, which I'm not exactly sure what that is, just research, right? A lot of things. He created a Pym particle which can change your size. He can grow to the size of an ant or a giant. When he's tiny, his powers include, he wears this helmet that lets him not only communicate with ants, but can do whatever he says. He is very stealthy and super strong when he's tiny. He's giant anyway. When he's a giant, he's a giant and he's super strong. He's a tactician. He's a skilled combatant. Is that how you say it? Depending on his size, determines how he fights. When he's tiny, he attacks the enemy's weak points, or the body weak points. When he's a giant, he uses size against his enemies. Captain America has even trained with him in unarmed combat as well. He is also a trained scuba diver and pilot, and as in the comics and shows, piloted for the Avengers via Quinjet. But he also believes violence isn't always the answer when dealing with problems, and he's very peaceful and loves science. There's actually a point where I'll explain the next part later. Number 3, the Ant-Man movies can bring a bunch of new characters, heroes, villains, places, and events. One of these heroes is who I almost have no doubt will be in this movie. Is another founding member of the Avengers, Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, who she can shrink down to the size of a wasp. She grows a pair of wings and can sting you. It's a lot more cool than it sounds when I say it. But she speaks fluent Spanish and English, a skilled combatant as well. Not only played a big role in the Avengers' history and in stopping alien invasions, but she's been able to slow down and take on big hitters like the Hulk and Abomination. When Ant-Man and the Wasp are together, they are an incredible duo who can do... What can't they do is the question. And they eventually start dating. But But I must say that like a lot of heroes, Hank Pym, aka Ant-Man, has gone through a bunch of different names, like a lot of heroes have. Like he's gone through the name Wasp and Yellow Jacket, and he's a great guy, very friendly, very peaceful. But he's only a cocky, abusive jerk when he's Yellow Jacket. But eventually he becomes the way he used to be, a good old scientist and giant man again. That was not long in the comics. But number 4. Ant-Man eventually creates Ultron. A bunch of long story short, Ultron was a robot who was created for good and turns evil, of course, and becomes one of the most formidable bad guys of all time and tries to take over the world on a bunch of occasions. He plays a big part of Marvel history, and he's not only is an android that ends up getting all these powers and stuff and these certain metals, he's a guy that's been able to take down the entire world a few different times. But also at one point, Ultron creates an android named Vision. More summing up, he was Ultron's vision for the future. But instead of being evil, he turned good. Kind of ironic when you think about it. He's a classic member of the Avengers and is very powerful, has gone head to head with now the Avengers and Thor and a bunch of other guys. His powers include, I guess you can call it density shifting. He can shoot lasers, he can be indestructible. He's a supercomputer. He's knowledgeable in a lot of different things too. But also one thing, he falls in love with Scarlet Witch, who has been confirmed for Phase 3 of the Avengers. Now, if you don't know any of these guys, just look them up on Google Images or Marvel Wikipedia. It's not hard. Now, at number 5, originally, instead of Hawkeye and Black Widow, they were going to have Hank Pym and Wasp in the Avengers movie. But because of some weird things, they didn't go with it. Oh well. But this next part, I have to say, is more of a rumor. I'm about to say a rumor from articles. So this is a rumor that people are hoping, especially myself. So if this doesn't happen, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the articles. Even go on Movie Pilot. There we go. This is where I'm getting my information from. Aaron Eckhart, who has been in movies The Dark Knight, Olympus Has Fallen, a bunch of other movies, a great actor, has even said himself that he has been confirmed to be in a Marvel movie coming up. He said it himself. Now, the funny thing is, he said this at around the time that it was announced the script has been written. If you look at Aaron Eckhart and look at Ant-Man, they look a lot alike. I'm personally a big fan of both, so I really want Aaron Eckhart to be it. I mean, it's not a great actor for a Marvel movie, if you ask me. If it doesn't happen, sorry, I'm going to be disappointed. Unless they find someone better. But anyways, yes, Ant-Man, great hero, and so is Wasp. No doubt they're going to be in the movies. At this point, I hope you will give the movie a better chance, or you look at a different viewpoint, and in case you were bashing or being ignorant. If there is anything you would like to discuss about this movie, the upcoming Avengers movies, or even of the matter, feel free to describe, comment, or whatever you prefer. Don't matter to me. I'm just ranting, and I'm done ranting. So I will see you guys later, and hopefully this movie will be good.